Gaffer, a fantastic attendance at Plainmoor on Boxing Day. Unfortunately, not quite the result that we were after, though.
Football's not like that, is it? You know, you get a great opportunity in front of you, 3,700 home fans, and you start like a damp squib. I mean, we finished very strong, and but you didn't want 3,700 people all disappointed that we were 1-0 down for most of the game. You need to get a goal early and keep the atmosphere going, because there was a good atmosphere there up until their goal, if you like. But all through the first 20 minutes, there was nothing for our supporters to really get behind, which was a shame, because the lads go out of the dressing room like tigers, and unfortunately they get to the pitch on occasions, not always, but on this occasion, we're like pussycats, and we played a little bit into their hands. Once we got in at half time, then they livened themselves up. We livened them up a little bit, and quite a lot. And then we had the whole play. I think they had one shot in the second half, and we had, I think, 18 shots in all, and 12 of those were in the second half. So we certainly put a lot of pressure on their goal, and they had a bit of luck with the ball hitting the crossbar, and a couple of times hitting the post, and hitting the post, coming back, hitting the goalie, but it just fell for him to pick it up. So it was disappointing, but it shows the potential of our club, and the fact that 3,700 people were there. And we apologise for losing the game, but it is football. You can't. It's tales of the unexpected, these football games, aren't they? And we might only get a lot fewer at the next home game and win 5-0 or something, and we've all missed out. So we've said it before, but football games are not just for Christmas, sort of thing. You really do have to support the lads, support your club, and see it through, because we're still up there challenging. We'd had a good run previous to the last couple of games where we've been mediocre at best, and that's what happens with form. Other teams will go through that. There's only one team sort of keeping their form up week in, week out, but we've got to make sure that we stay up there challenging, and we believe we will, the players believe we will, but on the day, as I say, it was just if only, you know what I mean? So hopefully not all of those 3,700 people have decided not to come back. That we need them, we want them back, and we've got to get this club up to the next level. So a big part of that is going to be our fans, and that's really, really important to us.
Do you think in some ways the 5-match winning streak actually almost made some of us forget how many players are unavailable at the moment, and a large part of the challenge actually this season is staying up there amongst the promotion chasing group until you get those players back, because there is an awful lot of talent still to come back, isn't there?
There is. Me and Dowsy were talking about it just this morning, where the players that are playing at the minute have actually done a good job, without having the cavalry that we can go back to and give a few of them a rest when they've needed it, a few little niggly injuries a rest when they've needed it, but we haven't been able to do that. We've had young lads on the line because of it. So all in all, we knew that we had to get through this period as best we can, and there's still a couple that are in our side that's still getting used to being with us. Foyo, for instance, Osman Foyo, he'd only been with us a couple of days, and we threw him straight in, and unfortunately we had to take him off because of the yellow card, but he'll show people that he's worthy of a place here. and we're all we got to do is keep fighting, keep going, keep up there, like you say, until the. It's not necessarily the cavalry. It's like the lads get back, so that we have a fully fit, strong squad of 22, 23, whatever it is, and that's what we've got to be looking forward to. And then we can, if you've got two strong teams potentially, then you can rest people at the right time, and then they come back. There's good competition, and that sort of thing that just picks people up and makes them play that 5-10 first half on Saturday 20% better, and that's where we are. But we'll keep going. We've got faith in the group when the group's all fit.
Because it is very much a group, isn't it? It's not like perhaps the old days, so it's the first team and the reserves. But there's obviously a lot of experience that you're missing there, isn't it? But it's a whole group, isn't it? It's very much a squad game now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that was one of the problems maybe on Saturday. We look a young team at the moment, and it gives opposition sometimes a little bit of energy and oxygen, as we say, from the tunnel out onto the pitch. We've got some lads that are going to be very, very good players. I mean, Ethan already is showing us, he's been man of the match 2 or 3 times, that he's ready to go. And, he's going to be, hopefully for him and for us, a regular in the team, because he's showing some ability, a lot of ability. And we just got to keep coaching, we got to keep working with them, we got to keep the mentality right, because I think we certainly did start that game against Truro not quite with the energy and the commitment that we need. Not because that any of them are saying, I don't fancy it today. It was just the way the game started, the way the game went, and we couldn't quite wrestle it back until after the 20-minute period. And then by that time we were 1-0 down. We give it a good go, we did, but couldn't break them down.
I know you must be sick to death of answering questions about injuries and that, but it's a fact that actually it's a fact that actually, when you look at the Boxing Day game last year and then this one, there's only actually 2 players that actually started both games, Mark Holstead and Brett McGavin. Is there any positive news at all you can give us on that? Obviously, Theo Williams was the latest to come a cropper on Boxing Day.
Well, the good news about Theo, it's not long term, it's short-ish term. But we'll have to talk to Fleetwood and see what they want to do about it. I mean, he's certainly not going to be available for a couple of weeks. So, we're doing all we can, as we do anyway, to find the right player to come in and take someone's place, albeit for a month. We seem to have that, or we have to find someone else in the squad to go and be our striker. But that's down to timing. We can't take anybody out of the league yet because they're not allowed outside the January window, so we can't just go out and get a league player. It's we've got these 2 games. You can only do that in January. So, but we're looking, and we've got a few names that we're trying to follow and making contact with in preparation. There's 92 league clubs out there, along with the National League and along with the Conference South and North, where there's a big choice out there for the good players.
There's always a lot of competition for the best players, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I think we've done okay. We'd love to be well clear in this division, but at the moment we're there or thereabouts, and we got to just keep going. We won't lose our faith in the lads. We know that we just got to keep working with them. Even on days like today, out there, looking at your hairstyles, it looks like you've come through the wind and the rain. Except you 2 maybe, but anyway. And we do. Everybody is working hard. Sometimes it doesn't seem that way when you see that. I think the first 18 minutes or so on Saturday. But we should take a video of the boys after the game and how disappointed they are in themselves, as well as the defeat, you know, because not everybody got their best game going for enough of the time, and that's what we have. I mean, Downs, you have to keep working on with them.
And finally, Gaffer, normally when you're facing an opponent, there's been so many variables that have changed since the last time you played them, but when you're playing a team twice in the space of a few days, always a little bit different with festive fixtures, isn't it?
It is. The good thing is it gives you an opportunity to put right quickly against the team that were very happy to have won 1-0, of course, local derby and big crowd, etc. But it gives you that opportunity to focus on getting the 3 points back from them if you can. It's going to be a different game. I mean, you know, it's going to be a heavy pitch, as all pitches are going to be over these next few days. So you have to adjust, if you like, on occasions. But you know, we'll be ready when it comes around.